Ladies and gentlemen, we should be positive this year, 2013. First of all, I think we're very fortunate not only to live in Canada, but very fortunate to live in Prince Edward Island. We live in one of the most modern and prosperous countries in the world. As a province and as a country, we need to make sure that we're not complacent, that we look towards where we need to be in the future, to modernizing our economy, to making sure we're well educated, and to building a strong social network. And I believe that that's what we must do here as a government in Prince Edward Island and what the government of Canada has to do as well. In our own province, positive economic growth is resulting in improvements to employment, exports, retail sales, and capital investments. The provincial economy is expected to grow this year by about 1.8 to 2%. Employment is increasing. In December, there were 74,400 people working in the province, and that is nearly 3% more than the previous year. As a result, we are well on our way to our goal of 75,000 jobs by 2016, and in fact, I believe we will exceed that goal. Farm cash receipts have been rising steadily, and we are now approaching $500 million. Manufacturing shipments and exports are increasing, and particularly in the food sector. A major reason for this increase last year was lobster landings valued at over $100 million. Retail sales were up by 4.5% for the first half of this year, partly as a result of an extraordinary increase in vehicle sales. Planned capital expenditures in all sectors are expected to be in excess of $1 billion. Much of this investment will be in residential construction, which has increased by 28% year over year. In the next year, I expect to see growth in the business sector, which will mean more high-paying jobs for Islanders. As a province, we simply do not have the resources of some of our other provinces, sister provinces, across this country. We don't have minerals, oil, potash, or natural gas. But what we do have is our people. And Islanders are fiercely loyal to our province, and they very much want our province to succeed. Therefore, in my opinion, our best possible investment in the future is in Islanders. And the best way of doing that is through our education system. Now let me give you some concrete examples of that. When we first got elected as a province, as a government in the province in 2007, one of the first things we did was increase funding for the Best Start program. This is a program that helps island families with children up to the age of 3 years old. It was at 2 years, we extended it to 2.5, and now to 3 years. In terms of early childhood development, we revamped the entire system to introduce a province-wide system. This system now includes 46 early year centers, and about 2,000 island children now benefit from a provincial curriculum and trained staff. The system is less than 3 years old, but it is already recognized as a model across our countries. Of course, the work done in preschool is also complemented by the introduction of the province-wide full-day kindergarten. And our grade 1 teachers are already reporting significant gains in the readiness of our youngest students. Most importantly, these programs are working. After we got elected in 2007, we were able to introduce the George Coles Bursary, which reduced the cost for first-year students at the University of Prince Edward Island. Recently, we brought in a new component to that program, and now students who complete their university degrees will see a reduction in costs. Our plan was this: get young people to attend post-secondary education, get them prepared for post-secondary education, and then provide them with the incentives to complete their education. All of these efforts are about our island's future. Our education system is what I believe our future is about. It's about creating the environment so that the next generation of Islanders will be able to compete in the global marketplace. The plan is simple, to put it basic. You want to give every possible island children the best possible start in life. You want to make sure that our education system trains our young people so that they're ready to take on post-secondary education and compete in the global world. You want to make sure that our post-secondary education system is accessible to islanders that want to be able to go there. And then you want to make sure that we can attract in the businesses to help us grow our economy here in Prince Edward Island and create a much better place for the next generation of islanders. It's not going to be easy, but it's something that our government believes in, and it's something that our government will continue to invest in the future to make sure that each and every islander, regardless of their socioeconomic background, will have every possible opportunity in life. That is what our mission is, and that is what our government will continue to invest in as long as we have the privilege of being the government of Prince Edward Island. Thank you very much for your time this evening.